Hey Sean, hey Zach. I'm going to see how this goes breaking down this video through this app. So looking at the start, I think you're in a good position, and I think you get right off the line well. I like that. I like those lines. I like those angles. Um, but as you get about 3, 4 steps in right here, I think you're a little too tall with your sprint. That doesn't allow you to get a good hip extension, doesn't allow you to get a good knee drive. So I'd like to see you stay lower, definitely in these first 5 yards, and I'd like to see you almost continue it a little further, maybe into like your 10 or so. Just think about just staying a little bit lower with that. And then as we're going, you're losing a little bit of knee drive here. I know we're a little far away, but, here's where your knee drive is. I'd like to see it more up here. So continuing that knee drive will definitely help you lengthen out your stride, get a little bit more power into it. And as we keep going along, you are heel striking here. So if you can see, your heel's on the ground. And that's where we want to continue to see a good push off the front half of your foot. That'll actually help you get a good knee drive as well as a good push and good hip extension. And that's kind of how the rest of the 40 continues. It doesn't appear as though your mechanics break down hard through the end of the 40, but we already talked about being a little too tall and getting that heel strike. You need to definitely get off your heels and onto that front foot. A little bit of a forward lean will definitely help with those things. So I would work on, again, staying a little bit lower off the start, getting a good foot contact when you push, and continuing to drive your knees as you go. Hey Sean, hey Zach. So this is the video that I'm looking at second. I don't know if this was your first or second attempt, but again, off the line, I really like what I see. I actually like this start a little bit better than your last attempt. Coming off the line, I know we're a little further away, but I feel like you keep that forward lean a little bit longer than in the other attempt. So again, just trying to stay low, but I like what I see here a little bit better than the other video. As you get going, though, it's still the same thing. Still need more knee drive, and you definitely got to get off your heels. And then as you're going, I don't know if you start to see this, but instead of like getting a little bit of a lean forward, it almost looks like you're leaning back in a way. And that's a common compensation that we see when you're almost like trying to get some extra speed, but you actually need to be leaning forward, getting a good knee drive as you go. Your spine angle's almost looking like it's going backwards. And you want it to be more so here. You're not going to stay completely forward throughout the whole thing, and especially after 20 yards, you are going to be a little bit more upright, but you definitely don't want that line leaning backwards as you finish through.